Hey, what is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And today I am looking at the Hot Toys exclusive Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is, of course, his look. Very, very kind of episode specific, I guess you would say. This is his look from the Clone Wars in a specific story arc where, spoilers, Satine, his kind of love interest, I guess you would say, is murdered in front of him by Darth Maul. This was kind of Maul's way of getting back at Obi-Wan and really just making Obi-Wan suffer. And it is such an iconic moment from the Clone Wars and really just a unique look for Obi-Wan. I mean, you see him... most people probably don't even know, what this is even from. So very interesting that Hot Toys decided to do this. But in my opinion, this is a perfect exclusive slot taken up. And yeah, just gives us a cool alternative look that you really wouldn't get anywhere else. And of course, I got this figure sent to me by Pop Collectibles. Shout out to Pop Collectibles. I will have a link in the description. Of course, do your own research. They're not Sideshow, but yeah, they're a Hong Kong-based company. I go through them for every single Hot Toy, and yeah, they ship really fast. You can pay for super fast shipping. 2-day shipping from Hong Kong. It's kind of insane. So shout out to them. Let's get this guy out of the package. All right, and getting him laid out in his tray. First off, for good old ASMR accessories here, we do have his lightsabers, which he does come with two, with the little wire here for the USB light up feature, which I just never use on these figures. I just think it's a little gimmicky. And then he does come with some nice alternate hands and the Mandalorian blasters. Of course, he is in Mando disguise, so he needs those blasters. And he also does come with a jetpack, and this is very nicely painted. I'm not sure if we've seen this before, maybe with a clone trooper or something like that. And for those unfamiliar with this Mandalorian design, this is Darth Maul's faction of Death Watch, or the Mandalorians, as people like to call them. And yeah, really, this could just double as one of those guys if you didn't want to display him as Obi-Wan. We do have the Horned Mandalorian figure, I guess, coming from the Ahsoka series. So this would be a great pair with that figure. But for me, this is such an iconic scene that I need to display him as Obi-Wan. And as you can see, they packaged little old Obi-Wan. I don't know why this made me crack up a little bit, but Hot Toys always on top of their packaging, and which they should be. These are really expensive figures, and this head sculpt, guys, people legit say this is a bad head sculpt. I just don't see it. Their reasoning is this lip, right? For one, you can see the lip under there. It's there. You ever see Ewan McGregor in Revenge of the Sith? This is what he looks like. I don't know what people are freaking out about. I don't know. This looks amazing. This is one of the best head sculpts that Hot Toys has done, in my opinion. And I really, really, really want a updated Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan using this head sculpt in particular. For now, I might do what Justin did from Justin's collection. Of course, go check out his videos. He put this head sculpt on the Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan. You need to get a neck adapter because this obviously has the eye system, and the Revenge of the Sith sculpt is a one solid piece, so there's no seam. So you gotta, do some customizing there, but I think it is well worth it. And I am getting 2 of the Clone Wars Obi-Wan, which also shares this head sculpt. And I do have a review of that figure up on the channel already if you want to go check that out after this review. But it does share the same head sculpt, so I am getting 2 of those guys, as I'm going to be displaying one with the clone helmet on. So I'll have an extra Ewan head sculpt, and I think I'm going to do it. I'll figure out a way, and I think it's going to look amazing. So yeah, just really excited to get started on that custom. Or hopefully Hot Toys just gives us a updated episode 3 Obi-Wan to go with that new artisan Anakin. But first impressions out of the package, this guy looks spectacular. I mean, Hot Toys just does not miss with their weathering, in my opinion. You get a armored character, and you're getting some of their best work. And yeah, that is the case here as well. And yeah, this guy just looks absolutely fantastic. So let's get him all the way out of the package. All right, and getting Obi-Wan out of the package, this guy just looks so good in my opinion. It really just captures that moment from the series, although I will say I kind of wish, I get that this is an easy reuse, put it out there, make it exclusive type deal for Hot Toys. I would have liked a tweak at least to this head sculpt with one of the strands of hair kind of coming down a little bit more, specifically from that scene, when he's kind of kneeled over and the guys are holding him back and he watches Maul kill Satine right in front of him. And I just think that would have set it off just a tad more. I still think this is a perfect figure though, and perfect reuse in my opinion. And I'm just super happy to have this representation on the shelf in my collection. Such a iconic moment for the Obi-Wan character, and man, just really, really shows that, in my opinion, Obi-Wan Kenobi is the epitome of the Jedi. He is the perfect Jedi, besides Qui-Gon, but really I think Obi-Wan embodied the Jedi, especially in that Clone Wars series. Taking a quick closer look at some of the details here, yeah, as you can see, this guy just looks fantastic in my opinion. Hot Toys really understood the assignment on this one, and yeah, he looks so good. And of course he's gonna not want to stand up, but yeah, such great representation on the shelf. And although it is scene specific, I don't know, it is what it is. All right, and as far as comparisons go, I don't yet have Bo-Katan. It's a figure I, have for some reason been waiting to get, and she actually goes for pretty cheap, so I am probably going to grab her here pretty soon just to pair with this figure. And I actually just moved almost my entire Hot Toys collection to my new apartment. So I just don't have a lot of figures to compare, but I do have this 332nd. So, and of course it goes in line. Mandalore, Clone Wars, Siege of Mandalore. Yeah, it works, even though you wouldn't display these two together because this is a while before. This look for Obi-Wan is a while before the Siege of Mandalore. But just for a rough comparison, and yeah, I mean, there's just not a lot of figures to really pair with this Obi-Wan, unfortunately, as it is just, it's kind of a solo mission in the Clone Wars. He's on his own. He doesn't have the help of the Jedi. This is just a Lone Ranger mission, and man, I'm just loving this figure. It looks so good. I mean, Obi-Wan in Mando gear with a saber, bro. Plus, that scene This might be the only figure you would ever display facing away from you. Which let's just do it. Like I said, this might be the only figure you would ever display like this, and I don't think anyone ever would, unless you would have to get the background, like what he's looking at in that shot. Because for those people that know, that shot in Clone Wars is what you would call cinema. It is probably the most beautiful shot in all of the series. One of probably the most beautiful shot in any Star Wars TV series, and up there with one of the most beautiful shots in all of Star Wars, really, in my opinion. It is actually my background on my work computer. It's just one of those moments in that series, which Clone Wars, if you haven't watched it yet, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Go home, rethink your life, watch the Clone Wars. It is so good. I mean, even if you just watch the stuff with Maul, some of the best in all of Star Wars. So this shot of him, those doors open, and you just see Mandalorians and fire and just all out war going on, and he's just getting right into it. So yeah, you'd really have to get that background just right of that shot, and I think you could display him like this, but he just looks too good like this, in my opinion. So at the end of the day, guys, I think this is a freaking gorgeous figure. Really, this Obi-Wan and the newest Clone Wars Obi-Wan that uses this exact same head sculpt, which, again, I do have a review up on the channel if you do want to check that out. Another just, man, flawless figure. And I would put this up there with being pretty much flawless. It is so amazing. I can't get over this likeness to Ewan, and man, it is just so good. So I don't think this is for everyone. I think this is a niche figure to get for your collection, but any Clone Wars fan, any Obi-Wan fan, I mean, even if you just love Mandos and have a huge Mando collection and are gonna get that Mandalorian from Ahsoka and then have a couple of these guys behind him, which is a pretty spendy display just with how this guy is on the aftermarket. I mean, he's already going for around $400, so yeah, just a little spendy, but I think worth it. But those are my thoughts on this figure. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Shout out to all my channel members: David Edge, Commander Cook, CT Fulcrum, 1313, Jacob, and Hybrid Toy Reviews. Y'all are some G's. I love each and every one of you, and everyone that watches my videos. I love all of you. Y'all are amazing. Keep up the great work. Just keep watching the videos, really. I that's all I can ask. When I get comments, it just makes my day. This channel has just meant so much to me, so you guys really just keep me going, really, in a way. So not to get too deep here, because we all just love figgies at the end of the day, and most importantly, love Star Wars. So subscribe, like, comment, do all that fun stuff. Join channel members if you are interested. You could see videos like this early, and also get some pretty cool stickers and member badges in the comment section. So yeah, just if you like wasting your money, go right ahead and waste it with me. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it. I'm rambling too long. I gotta get some stuff done, so appreciate all of you. May the Force be with you. Ayy.